Hello and welcome back to 100 Line Last Defense Academy. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time we waited for Shoma to recover, so to buy time we got the materials for Tsubasa to fix Siri up. Once we complete our task, Shoma wakes up and calls everyone to the first classroom where we all met. He remembered something, everything, or actually nothing. How all our memories were false and we were actually artificial futurins created for the sole purpose of fighting the futurins. Everyone has a mental breakdown and days pass as everyone questions their existence. Nozomi talks to a rebooted Tire and he unlocks her memories. Nozomi later takes Takumi for a talk and we find out that Karuha isn't real, but her base is. That of Nozomi's actually. Nozomi snuck onto the lab room where the classmates were being constructed and formed a bond with the Takumi, confiding in him all the things that she was unable to talk to other people about. This formed the basis for Karuha, and the memories that were created were based on that. The next day, the invaders attack, but everyone aside from Nozomi are too depressed to fight. After Nozomi emphasizes that she is fighting not for humanity, but for her friends, Takumi joins the fray, and one by one, all the classmates join in and fight off the invaders, and then Veshnes gives a last declaration of war. Well, we did end up winning that fight, and now we're celebrating. Ooh, yeah, last time we had a big info lore drop, and that was honestly really interesting, but it was a really long episode for me personally because we had the exploration and then the fight that took on a long time, since it not only had 4 waves, but wave 3 had like 4 different waves for Takumi to join the fight, and then like there were just 3 different groups later that joined the fight. But it was very informative, and honestly it was really cool finding out the truth and everyone kind of finding the resolve to continue fighting. But today we're going to continue past that and celebrate the little victories that we have before the final days of Last Defense Academy. So let's head into it. Wowzers everyone, you were great out there. You sure showed those invaders who's boss.
2, 4, 6, 8, the SDU is really great. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Yeah, we're not on your side. So, I don't know how to say this, but
I'm truly, deeply sorry.
Don't bother. It's a little late for apologies at this point. You don't understand. I say this not as your commanding officer, but as a representative of the will of humanity. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Everyone truly regrets what we've done to you. Just tell us why. Why did you have to go this far? Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that we're all siblings except for Nozomi, because we're all technically born from Shion cells or DNA or whatever, which is why we can use hemoanima. So, twins, you got more siblings, and we're probably all actually born the same time. Just tell us why. Why did you have to go this far? It was the only way. We needed your power. Cryptoglobin can only be fought with Cryptoglobin. Without you, this war would have been over before it began. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, this is really interesting now that Siri's out of the count because he's literally dead until we revive him. We can talk and access any information that we have access to. Like, Yugan was accessing our DNA files, and Siri would not be able to stop us. And by having him out of the count, everything becomes unfiltered. Shoma can talk about anything, and we can actually finally discover the truth, because Siri would only try to hinder our progress to the truth. So you went ahead and created us as living weapons. What a rotten way to do things. Why can't you make me rich at least? If I hadn't remembered it on my own, you'd have kept us in the dark to the very end, wouldn't you? How can you be so cruel? Sorry. To be fair, we might have been happier never knowing the truth, and I probably would have, been in a relationship with Ava, because that's the alternative route. If I could go back and do things again, I probably would have chosen to stay in the dark. Now that you're back, Sire, we have a lot to discuss. There are still some things that we need to clear up. As Hiroko spoke, I felt a presence by my side that I hadn't felt in a while. Nozomi? Oh, Hot's fire guy. I mean, Shion. Do you mind if I join you? I also have some questions. Shion. Alright, I'll tell you anything you want to know. No more holding back. No more secrets. That is the will of humanity. I do feel like we actually are able to get all the secrets now. Let's focus on Siri for now. I still have so much I want to ask him. Okay, let's start with the basics. Is what Shoma remembered about our origins the truth?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but yes. It's all true. I was afraid of that. We really are just lab-grown living weapons. And all our memories are made up. No matter how many times I hear it, it's still so hard to accept. It's a shock, alright. Kind of makes you want to give up on life, except we can't die even if we wanted to. Ooh. I'd like to go through the whole thing from the beginning, so we're all clear on the details. Hold your questions until I'm done, alright? Siri's story more or less lined up exactly with what Shoma had told us. We were all clones, artificial humans created at Kamakura General Hospital. We were made from Shion's DNA, and as such, on a genetic level, we were no different from any Futurans. So we aren't really human at all, we're more like artificial Futurans. Among the people in charge of this project, some voiced concerns about how we could prove just as much of a threat as the Futuran commanders. That was a good point. We could totally turn on humanity because, you know, fuck them. So to prevent us from turning on humanity, they decided to brainwash us. We were given new memories and new identities as Earthlings. Of course, some protested that this was inhumane, but with humanity's future at stake, they were left with little other choice. I guess it does beg the question, like, how is it right to do that, to make it so that we seemingly, like, did they plant memories in us, or did they put us in a simulation so that, like, while we were just being constructed, we were basically dreaming a dream of everything that happened? I want to say it's the latter, because that's the only way that we can really form that Karura Kashimiya persona, right? Because if we didn't develop it as it was going on, and we were just given our backstory, then it would have clashed with the Nozomi thing. I'm assuming so. So I still think it's more of a simulation rather than like implanting memories. But they provided a simulation in our mind so that we can basically live on Earth. Yeah. This resulted in the project being carried out in utmost secrecy. We spent our whole lives on the very edge of consciousness, shut away in our biological cultivation capsules. I thought Siri was still speaking. Inside those pods, we dreamed of our— yeah, there we go. We dreamed of our lives as Earthlings, as dictated by the memories implanted into us. So I guess it's a mix of both. They were injecting memories as we were developing them. I thought it was like, alright, one day we had no memories and the next day we had everything. No, it was like slowly feeding the memories into us so they can develop into like an entire story. A normal family, a foster home, a rich family, a family of assassins. Each of us was fed a different backstory, completely distinct from the others. Part of that was to mask our true origins, but it was also to ensure that we had a greater variety of viewpoints and could adapt to different situations. Meanwhile, Eito's like, humanity is terrible, I'm gonna kill everyone. Fuck, we fucked up. Ignorant of the truth, we continued to grow and to dream. And when the time came for us to leave, we were launched from the artificial satellite to the surface of Futurum. I guess that also begs the question of how old is everyone? Is everyone's age still accurate? Like if I look at the report card, I forgot if they have the ages here. We do. We have, well, at least we have birthdays. So like all of us are supposed to be high school age, aside from the twins who are supposed to be like last year of middle school. Is that still true, or were we all developed at the same time? Or is our birthday literally the day that they started constructing us? So many questions. The thing is, at least a decade have to have gone by. Maybe not a decade, but like a good amount of time, because Nozomi only like confided in Takumi in her childhood. It wasn't like later on, so it had to be at least like 10 years, I want to say. Then when we awoke, we began our mission along with Sire, our robotic handler, and Shion, our genetic parent. Ooh. That's about the size of it. Any questions? The bombs in us, and the fact that we're revived whenever we die. Were they necessary to save humanity as well? To make this mission a success? I mean, yeah, because if we didn't have that, we'd probably just not fight.
Yeah.
The bombs were just a contingency plan in case of emergencies, but the automatic revival was deemed indispensable. Most cryptoglobin users can only be harmed with cryptoglobin, but you guys are different. You can take damage from conventional sources too, just like regular humans. Something must have gone wrong when we were making you. But thanks to that, we discovered how properly stimulating your cryptoglobin could reverse even fatal damage. And that's what led to the invention of the Revivomatic. And that meant that you can make us fight over and over again. They really are just weapons to you. Seriously, why did you have to take it so far? Oh my god. I don't know if I've ever seen Tsubasa throw up and her face is actually like completely red. Ugh. Even I'm surprised at this level of selfish cruelty. Is there nothing humans won't stoop to? You guys want to smash this guy up again? I know what we did to you was unforgivable, but mankind's future was at stake. We were running out of time. The artificial satellite's resources are already dangerously low. Pretty soon it'll be nothing but a lifeless husk floating through space forevermore. Humanity needs a new home. We had no choice but to entrust that mission to you.
Huh?
Entrust? It makes it sound so noble, but really, you just used us.
Yeah.
Fair point. But the important thing is, you aren't just convenient for us. You are essential. You still have the potential to be humanity's saviors. We are still pinning all our hopes on you.
Enough! I don't want to hear about you and your hopes anymore. Everything you say is just a simulation of their collective will anyway. It's totally meaningless.
Oh, I forgot it was a simulation of their collective will, not the actual collective will. Actually, this apology isn't a simulation.
Take a look at this.
Look at my heart. It's bare for you to see.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. It's not fair of us to force you to do this.
Oh, so these are actually the people on the artificial satellite?
Sorry, mister. What's going on? Who are these people?
I told you before how I've been programmed with the thoughts patterns of all mankind so I can make the best choice for humanity. Given everything that's happened, I ran a new simulation and arrived at a different conclusion than before. That was to tell the regular citizens on the artificial satellite the truth. Oh, wow. Damn, now everyone knows the truth.
The people in the Tokyo residential complex, they know everything. Why we're fighting this war. What will happen if we lose?
To be completely fair, we can't tell if this is fabricated or not because we don't see anyone there that we recognize. The only one that has the potential to do that is Nozomi because she's actually lived on the artificial satellite. The thing is, every time Sirius told us the truth, he's never told us the entire truth. And I have no idea if he's doing that same thing here.
Now you are the ones fighting for them. That includes where you come from, and the lives you've been made to live as well. All of humanity knows the truth now.
They're so young. I don't know what to say.
You probably hate us, and I don't blame you. But you're all we have.
Please, I don't care what happens to me. Just save my children.
So where's my daughter?
They're not much older than me. And they're out there fighting a war.
I'm not ready to die. Please, don't give up.
I wish I could be there with you. I want to help.
I'm sorry we have to depend on you, but you're our only hope. If you lose, we're all done for.
Did we really have to go this far? Maybe it would have been better to let us die out.
Oh, interesting. That's the only opinion so far that's been negative.
I can't do anything from up here, but I'll still be cheering for you.
Please, you have to win this. My baby is only a few days old.
I'm only a few days from retirement.
Please, keep fighting. You have to win.
Stop it!
Nozomi's voice cut through all the others, echoing throughout the war room. I think she's disgusted. Disgusted that humanity basically made weapons to fight on their behalf that are sentient, that are living, breathing creatures that became her friends, and they're still stooping so low as to try to guilt trip them into fighting for them. So Nozomi's I think she's actually disgusted at humanity because she was someone who chose to fight, but they're all just up there begging people to fight on their behalf. Turn it off. Just turn it off. All right. Ziri nodded and his eyes flashed red. Yaw. The next moment, the monitors all flickered off. This is too cruel. Isn't it enough that you kept the truth from them for so long? Now you want them to keep fighting for you? This is totally unreasonable.
What do those people on the satellite know about sacrifice? About hardship? They've pushed it all onto these guys instead.
Nozomi.
Yeah.
Our mission is cruel and inhumane, I'd admit. We're undoubtedly the villains in this war. But humanity still wants to live, just like any other creature. Their first instinct is to survive. It is my duty to facilitate that, to save as many of them as possible. Even if it means sacrificing us, not to mention all the innocent people on this planet. It's the only way to remake Futurum as a second Earth, and to give humanity a brighter future. This war, and your power, is our only hope. We have no other choice but to rely on you. So, I will ask you once more. I'm not proud of what we've done. The way we've treated you is truly unforgivable.
Even so, I ask that you save humanity. Please, don't turn your backs on us.
I get what you're saying, but still. Is humanity even worth saving? Why should we trade the lives of everyone on this planet for theirs? It's a little hard to ignore them now that we've actually seen them, though. Either way, we're going to have to keep fighting. Veshness will still come after us no matter what we do. That is true. Can't you at least call off the final attack? Killing all the Futurans is going too far.
Yeah!
Remember what Veshness said. Every last one of them will fight us to the bitter end. So long as any of them survive, this war will continue. Actually... Kill or be killed, massacre or face extinction. Death would have been so much easier compared to living with those choices. If we are going to keep fighting, there's something else I need to know. What happens to Shion? There's an escape pod to take all of us back to the satellite on day 100. But not for Shion, right? He has to stay here. He has to power the final assault. It is my destiny to live and die here at Last Defense Academy, to use his power to eradicate the invaders. Something's wrong. I can't keep my body together. Why? Whoops. Shion began to fade away, a troubled look on his face the whole time. Before he knew it, he had completely vanished. Shion? Hey, what gives? What did you do to him? Well, I don't know. This has never happened before. I guess because he's never had to deal with such confusing feelings. This could have an adverse effect on the final assault. I should go check on him. Let's call it a day here, everyone. We'll pick up the discussion in the defense room tomorrow. It'll be easier for Shion to join that way. That is true. He doesn't have to travel that distance using his imaginary projection. With those last few parting words, Siri hurried off, leaving us standing there alone. Pick up the discussion? Is there even anything left to discuss? Perhaps he's expecting a definite answer on what we plan to do from here on out. Wait, I just realized Hiroko never told us her secret. That's one thing that I still don't know yet. Just tell us the truth, please. I wonder if we should be able to figure it out by the end, because this seems to be the route where we get all the answers. But that might be a Hiroko specific thing, which might be safe for her own route, actually. I didn't even think about that. Whether we carry her on or decide to quit, it's still gonna be a living hell for all of us. Hey! Damn it! What are we supposed to do? All the stress is gonna wreak havoc on my skin. I think it's best if we take a break now. Pretty tired. This is my first battle in quite a while. Yeah, whatever. Just make sure you go back to your cage. Ima, can I sleep in your room tonight? Of course. I was just about to suggest that myself. Alright, let's rest up and talk more tomorrow. Exhausted from the day's activities, we left the war room and went back to our rooms. And so, for the second time, my 72nd day at Last Defense Academy drew to a close. Oh, jeez. Oh my god, that is a lot. I mean, we didn't really learn much new, but I feel like after that talk, I am gonna trust... I know I shouldn't say this. I am gonna trust Siri and believe that what he showed us was real. And I feel like Nozomi's absolute anger at humanity was genuine as well. And I feel like that could only be done if those were real people behind those screens. Oh, jeez. It was dark outside when I woke up. I barely slept a wink all night. Dawn was still a ways off, but I knew I wouldn't be falling asleep again anytime soon. Now that I was awake, I didn't feel much away. Yeah, I was thinking, it's like, we did have an example of a human and a Futuran having children, so like coexistence is possible because Takumi had a child with Ava, but now Now things have changed. He's actually an artificial futurine, so that was technically just a futurine having a child with an artificial futurine, so we don't actually know if humans can reproduce with futurines. Okay, well, that flipped the script for something. I didn't expect that. Now that I was awake, I didn't feel much like just sitting around my room. I decided to get some fresh air and step outside. Wait, do we just wake up at night? I guess we got a lot of rest. To be fair, that was a long-ass fight. The sky was always darkest before dawn. Had I heard that somewhere, or was it just something I noticed since I got here? The way the star looked at the moment was a perfect mirror of my mood. What do you mean by that? It's still slightly bright even in the dark abyss. Namo, or whatever that is. And even darker against the dark sky, a familiar shape was orbiting the planet.
It's hard to believe. The last vestiges of humanity are all up there.
Hey, can you see them with the telescope I gave you? Can you wave high and then give them the bird? Wow, you really need a loading screen for that? I noticed something in the corner of my eye, and I realized I wasn't alone. You couldn't sleep either? Nah, same for you, Nozomi? Yeah, there was just so much to think about. I wonder what the real Earth was like, back when humanity still lived on its surface. Honestly, I was really kind of surprised that there was a TRC there. Because actually no, I think we are the irregular ones, Takumi and the rest of the artificial futurines, but I guess yeah, Nozomi really did live in a TRC in the artificial satellite. I was thinking everything was going to be a simulation after that, but no, they're really, like, both of them are right, a simulation and an artificial TRC. Actually, just TRC, because that's already artificial. Not sure. They told us that Earth had a will of its own, and that it chose death when humanity's abuse became too much for it. I wonder if this planet has its own consciousness too. It wouldn't be all that strange if it did, I guess. There's a chance that humanity might make the same mistake here then. Our selfishness could lead to this planet's destruction, just like it did for Earth. I don't think you guys need to fight for humanity's sake anymore. All I want is for you to live for yourself, and for you to be happy. Live for ourselves? It's a nice idea, but I barely know what kind of life we can expect to live anymore. How about you, Nozomi? Are you gonna keep fighting to protect humanity? Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I only know that I don't want all of you to have to bear that burden. To be fair, this entire time, Nozomi was fighting for humanity because she wants to basically complete her mother's work. But now that or at least she wants to, I forgot the exact reason, but she wanted to basically like fight for her mother. But the thing is, now I think she's questioning whether it's worth fighting for, because overall it is fighting for humanity, and I don't know if she thinks humanity deserves to live after all the inhumane things they've done. Just so long as you don't try to fight on your own again. I want you to be happy too, you know. Takumi. Oh, look, the sky is starting to get brighter. I followed Nozomi's gaze to where a pale light has started to spill over the horizon. Aww.
What a lovely sunrise.
Oh, dang. That's cute. Is it New Year's? Is it the first sunrise?
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever seen the sun come up.
I got really confused because I was like, oh, it's the next day. But, like, it's nighttime. So I don't know if they went to bed for like 18 hours or if if he's only gone to bed for like 5. Yeah, okay.
Really? We've been here 70 whole days, and it's more like 170 for you, right?
True.
But I never thought about getting up to watch it. I mean, back in the TRC, it just gets light automatically when it's morning. Although technically, I've never seen that for myself either.
That's the thing that wakes me up, not the vice versa.
That's how it was for me, too. I think your memories of the complex are pretty accurate to the real thing.
Still, though, this is what a real sunrise looks like.
I've seen a sunrise way too many times because I was doing my homework way late into the hours of the night as a kid.
No one on the artificial satellite has ever seen anything like this.
It's so beautiful. It makes me want to cry. It feels like such a waste to keep it to ourselves.
I can hear background noise in the mic.
Yeah.
Nozomi and I stayed there for a while longer, watching the sun climb higher into the sky and light up the world around us. Then, we headed to the defense room to meet the others. Okay, now he only slept for like a few hours, and then woke up early because of this. And now they're going to the defense room to discuss more stuff. Everyone was gathered outside the defense room door, like we'd agreed on the day before. Alright, it looks like everyone's here. Now we're just waiting on C-Ray. Why are you here too? Get back into your cage. You want to exclude me from something that's important? I have a right to hear about this too, you know. Whoa, get back in your cage. Hey everyone, sorry to make you wait. How's Shion? I think he'll be alright, but his brainwaves are looking very irregular. Yesterday's conversation put a lot of stress on him. Some physical, but mostly psychological. Psychological stress. I wonder how Shion's going through this right now. I kind of wonder. We found out that Shion's like at least 60 years old because that's when they actually stole him, but he's still a baby. So I guess all his growth potential went to making Hemo Anima. So I guess he... I don't really know what to think about Shion's like entire existence, to be honest. It's a little bit confusing because even though he's a baby, he's like at least 60 years old. But he's only experienced like a year of stuff or something. I don't know. I wonder if he's also had like memories beforehand because he's also like extremely literate and everything. But he hasn't really... I don't know. I guess I'll continue playing. It's not like before where he could just accept his death as an inevitable price to pay for this mission's success. Now he knows where he came from and that he's being used to massacre his own people. That can't be easy for him to deal with. Let's continue yesterday's discussion. What are we gonna do from here on? Humanity has treated Kako like a weapon, a mere object. I can't say that I like the idea of fighting for their sake. But if we don't fight, Veshness will kill us all. Couldn't we just run away? There's gotta be somewhere on this planet we can settle down. And spend the rest of our lives looking over our shoulder? Nah, man, that ain't for me. I doubt the Veshness would let us go that easily either. She wants our power, and she's not afraid to kill anyone who gets in the way of her goals. So we're back to fighting being the only way we can survive? But that also means that killing all the innocent people on the planet. I don't think I could accept that. Can you accept everyone on the artificial satellite dying instead? Remember all the people we saw in that transmission yesterday? If you do save humanity, you'll be heroes, no doubt about that. You'll be able to live out the rest of your lives in happiness. You stay out of this, we're trying to think. Survival means turning our backs on this planet's people and letting them all die. I think I'd rather go back to the satellite right now and massacre humanity myself. That's not the first time you had the idea.
Hey!
You be quiet too. That was a really good response. Good job, Takumi. And if we do keep fighting, Shion will die once we get to the 100th day, right? I don't want to have to sacrifice him. He deserves to be happy too. He's going to die either way. I think that's it. I think Shion as a second coming, but I think he's got like the regular lifespan of a human, but all of his growth potential has gone to making flames. And as a result, even if he doesn't die from this, he might die of old age despite being a baby. Huh? What do you mean?
Yeah.
When Shion finishes producing enough dying flames on day 100, the school will automatically shift into attack mode. Then the final assault to wipe out the remaining life on this planet will begin. There's only one way to stop it. That is, to deactivate the machine Shion's physical body is stored in, which is also what kept him alive. He can't survive outside of it. If that machine didn't constantly absorb his power, he'd be consumed by his own flames. Oh, it's that. Oh. I mean, you could use the flames for something else. You don't have to launch the missiles at the people. You can launch them in the air. Kamehameha up there. So, Shion will die no matter what we do? Oh, don't worry about me. Shion, did you hear all that? It's alright. I've always known that I wasn't going to live for very long. It feels like I've been on borrowed time up until now. But you guys aren't like me. You can have a future beyond this war. I don't know what kind of future a bunch of fakes like us can. Oh my god, a bunch of fakes like us can have.
You may not be able to change your past, but what you do from here on is a different matter. You can still choose how you want to live.
I want to live.
You can still choose to live. That's all I want from you. For you to live. For yourselves. And for me, too.
Man, Shion's such a good boy. I feel really bad for him.
You could consider this my last request.
Shion, wait! Tsubasa desperately tried to reach out to Shion, but he was already gone.
Yeah.
He doesn't have much time left. The undying flames are eating away at his body, little by little.
Ooh.
His own power is too much for him. It's too much for any one person to bear. No. Where does that leave us? Has anyone come to a decision? So, like, is it his hemo anima that's making the flames, or is it something else? Because if it is, we can all just kind of absorb a little bit of his hemo anima, right? Because the thing with Eito has actually shown that you don't have to completely absorb someone. You can absorb them partially. And if we all absorb a little bit of Shion, then maybe he can actually, you know, live and not do this. Doesn't happen to him. Nobody answered. How could we decide what to do in this situation? Hey Shion, can you let me absorb you so I can travel back in time again? I think we're gonna need more time. We can't just vote on a course of action and call it a day. We really need to think about it and come to a decision that everyone will be satisfied with, including Shion, of course. He'll need to rest up for at least 4 days before he can make another avatar. Okay, what do you say we talk in 3 days' time? That's okay with me, but if the enemy attacks before then, I thought it was gonna go like for a second. We'll come across that bridge when we come to it. Or burn it, whatever works. I see. I guess that's fair. Alright, this should do it for today then. We all head back to our rooms, each of us struggling with the same dilemma in our own different ways. On our 100th day, the school will go into attack mode and begin the final assault. The undying flames will raise every living thing left on the planet, including Shion. But if we try to stop it before then, Shion will still die. It seems like there's just no way for us to save him. What should we do? A free time! I'm just kidding. I couldn't work up the energy to do anything else, so I spent the rest of the day in my room. Outside, the lights faded, and the clock ticked intermittently forward, leaving me alone with my thoughts. Oh man, day 74. Alright. Hey guys, I hope you guys are fighting, suffering the sufferable.
Get prepared. Be ready to get.
Man, this morning's not doing Sierra any favors. I slowly got myself out of bed. I needed to talk to someone. It didn't matter who. I just needed to get out of my own head for a little while. I guess I'll head over to the cafeteria. There's bound to be someone there. There's bound to be someone outside of my room, right? Oh, it's Sierra. Yeah. If you guys choose to save humanity, you'll be hailed as heroes. I guarantee you'll be able to live out the rest of your days in complete happiness. Yeah. I know Shion's fate doesn't sit right with you, but whatever you do, he won't live much longer anyway. That's really sad, but I guess it's not wrong. So, I just want to stop by the courtyard because it seems that Eito is not locked in here anymore. So I guess he's just part of the squad again. Which is really weird. It's like really, really weird, but oh wait, no. Unsurprisingly, the mood in the cafeteria was somber. It was almost completely deserted. Dessert? Oh my god. Is nobody else coming today? Some of them came by earlier, but took their food back to the rooms. It was pretty obvious they want to be alone. Shouldn't we be more open and discuss things some more? I mean, we are basically family. That's the worst thing about the situation. How could I possibly be related to that ragtag collection of freaks and misfits? It's like Kako is perfect, but everyone else, oh, how could I be related to them? Oh. I'm pretty sure they feel the same about you. And I just came up with a new dish too. I added pastel pink paint to the hot pot to make it pretty. We're gonna have to boot up the revival matic again. We're not even using edible ingredients anymore. This time, we're all having a say in what we do. We're not just pushing the decision onto Takumi like we have in the past. Well, thank God. I think everyone's gonna need some time to come to terms with that and what it means for them. Yeah, it's like, Takumi, just do it for us, please. It's like, I can't do it this time. I wish there was a way for us to resolve this without fighting.
Yeah!
I don't think that that's going to happen while Veshness is around, or even without her, for that matter.
Uh-huh.
The Futurans all hate us, vile invaders after all. It's only natural after what humanity has done to their home. I think we'll just have to keep fighting until one side is finally wiped out. It's a tough decision. I'm still not any closer to an answer myself.
Oh.
Even my clairvoyance won't help us here. Oh. Come to think of it. Kako's... Sorry, I gotta look at Kako's ability actually, because her ability has nothing to actually do with her ability to see in the future. She's a sniper, but she does, yeah, it doesn't. I was thinking like, I mean, not all Hemo Animal weapons are built. Actually, what was Kako's battle ability again? I think it was gain power when you don't move. That ability has nothing to do with like future sight. I was thinking like Takumi's like ability in battle allowed him to time travel, so it actually correlates to real life things, or not real life, but like lore things. Shoma's ability allowed him to negate mental afflictions, which is why he was able to remember stuff. But like getting power whilst not moving has nothing to do with future sight. I was wondering if your future sight was like an extreme version of her Hemo Anima, but nah, it isn't. I guess we'll just never have an answer to the clairvoyance. It's just a quirk that she has. Come to think of it, it's the same with me. I can barely get my thoughts together. In all the confusion from these big revelations, I've kind of lost sight of myself. We stayed in the cafeteria long enough to eat breakfast, then went back to our rooms. Is it gonna be free time? Everyone's spending their time on their own to think about stuff. I should probably do the same, but I don't feel like just sitting around today. At this point, I'll even talk to Siri. Maybe I'll go take a walk. This time I actually will talk to people if they're available. I feel like it was after an extremely big revelation, and they will have updated thoughts. That's it. I've had enough of fighting. Why don't we all just run away? Is Siri gonna say the same thing? I won't withhold the truth from you anymore. Ask me anything you want to know. Oh shit! We actually have a giant list. Ask about the school. Last Defense Academy. Yeah, sure. Last Defense Academy is a spaceship created for this mission. It also serves as the weapon that will eliminate all life from Futurum when the time comes. We deployed it from the artificial satellite with Shion and the 15 of you on board. After you landed, Shion surrendered it with his undying flame, surrounded it, and protected him while he's building enough power to wipe out the denizens of this planet. He always wanted to experience going to school, that's why we made it look the way it does. Undying flames! The undying flames extend around the school, grounds, and surrounding ruins to a radius of about 1,600 feet. They're over 300 feet thick and can extend upwards almost indefinitely. If the flames sense something trying to pass over it, they'll form a fiery hand and drag the invader right back down. As the defensive barriers go, they're pretty darn hard to penetrate. The flames themselves are produced by Shion. They are his power in the rawest form. However, the enemy has devised a means of getting through. They must be using something similar to our own fire extinguishers. But the fact that they don't attack all at once must mean that they can't mass produce these devices yet. Special Defense Unit. The SDU's mission is to protect the school from the invaders for 100 days. It consists of clone soldiers created from powerful cryptoglobin users' genetic material. In other words, you are all Futurans, albeit artificial ones. You are all grown in cultivation machines in Kamakura General Hospital up until you reach the age you are now. During that time, you are also fed false memories to give you the illusion of a fully lived life. These were deemed unnecessary to give you the proper motivation to fight and to kill on mankind's behalf. We constructed different lives and backstories for each one of you, which accounts for how varied your personalities are. This is the main reason we didn't want you to contacting the artificial satellites. Also, since your cryptoglobin was imparted to you artificially, it's a little bit unstable. In the end, we developed the infuser so you can forcefully activate your powers whenever you need them. I wonder if the infuser is better than like slitting our necks. Like, blood of my blonde. Oh crap, it didn't activate, I'm dead. I mean, so is the infusers if you think about it. Alright, about the students. Why Ata weird? About Hemo Anima. The power we call Hemo Anima actually comes from a substance known as cryptoglobin. It's a power you inherited from Shion. Your cryptoglobin was imparted to you artificially, so it's a little unstable. We had to develop the infusers to allow you to stimulate it and forcibly activate your powers when you need them. When simulated, your power manifests itself in your class armor and class weapons. The armor was made to resemble a school uniform. In part, that's to fit in with the theme of this place.
Yeah.
But mostly, it's to clearly distinguish you from the enemy. Unlike them, your power is for protecting and preserving humanity. Your human anima also means that you can be revived if you're killed in battle. The corpse has to be fresh when it goes to the revival-matic though. This is because the revival process works by stimulating your cryptoglobin, which starts to decay and weaken after you die. Right, they're not making another being, they're actually... Everything he said about the revival-matic was actually true. Naturally, there's no bring anyone who's had their cryptoglobin absorbed and been left a blackened mummy, so like, why can't we bring Nozomi back? Because sure, she has less hemo anima now, but she's absorbed 2 commanders canonically now. Sorry, no, it's still just 1, because like she absorbed 1 in the other route, the original route, and 1 now, but after absorbing a commander's hemo anima, she should have enough to be able to stimulate it and revive, right? Unless it's just because she's a human, non-artificial, I don't know. But the fact that she has actually absorbed a commander, I feel like should mean something. Oh, actually, was that hemo anima or cryptoglobin? I'll ask about the cryptoglobin. Oh, he's on glasses. Cryptoglobin is a blood type with strange characteristics that cannot be explained, but I kind of find it weird because like hemo anima and cryptoglobin in my mind have been interchangeable. So like it's weird that they have like clarifications for both. Blood type with strange characteristics that cannot be explained by even cutting edge science and medicine. The blood is almost a living creature in its own right, freely cycling between liquid and solid states. It has characteristics that work in response to the host's aggression. It is truly superhuman blood, ideal for combat. According to our research, individuals with this mutated special blood are born periodically here on Futurum. Those are the enemy commanders. They are venerated by the people as heroes chosen by God. Their cryptoglobin also makes them invulnerable to normal weapons. They can only be killed by other cryptoglobin users. I just noticed something. I forgot a lot of the details about this because it was a long time ago. But like, wasn't it like if you show your face? Actually, no. I was gonna say you don't show your face to people, right? Future in culture. Commune never actually wore a mask. She was just full on like looking at us. Maybe it's a sign of trust. I guess that was it. Like you only show your face to people you trust, or like people when you don't intend to do any harm to. That's why Veshness removed her mask to eventually give us like the idea that she's not going to attack us just to betray that, because she's willing to betray her culture. But Ava originally showed her face because she was like, okay, white flag, I'm not gonna attack you. This is proof. Does it only apply to warriors, or was it the entire Futuran race? In that case, Commune really opened up to us extremely quickly, which I guess checks out because we are her mother's savior. But yeah, you know, I guess until I get to see Commune again, and without, you know, her knowing that we saved Ava, because in most circumstances I don't think that will be the case. If we see Commune in a situation outside of Ava, then she should be wearing a mask, I believe, or else she is not following her culture. Anyways, their cryptoglobin also makes them invulnerable to normal weapons. They can only be killed by other cryptoglobin users. Humanity's forced to struggle to battle against this power, and we're unable to seize the planet as a result. Lucky for us, it's a power that's intrinsically linked to the Futurum itself. It can't be used off-planet. Otherwise, the enemy would probably have attacked the artificial satellite and wiped out humanity by now. Did not even think about that. Cryptoglobin also has a cannibalistic nature. It can gain power by absorbing other cryptoglobin. This act is forbidden by the native Futuran religion, however. Xion. Xion was born here on Futurum some time ago. Due to a random mutation, he has incredibly powerful cryptoglobin. He was captured by one of our recon teams and raised by the forces of Earth. I say raised, but because of his cryptoglobin, his body is incapable of growing physically. It's as if he's unable to endure the sheer might of his own power. Securing Xion changed everything for us. This mission wouldn't have been possible without him. Even now, he's in the defense room, storing up power, but he was only able to do that after we sent the school here. Cryptoglobin comes from the planet, so it gets much weaker the further you get away from it. Oh, I never even thought about that. So, does that mean that the potential way of saving Shion would be to get him off the planet? Because the further we get away, the less his cryptoglobin would activate, right? And then he wouldn't burn as much, potentially being able to grow. I don't know, actually. But without his cryptoglobin, he won't be able to create the avatar because it's literally made of flame. So it's like, in a sense, you could say that Shion's absorbing power from the planet so he can raise it. I love how raise could be destroyed, but also to nurture. On the 100th day of the mission, that power will eliminate all life on Futurama. The war will be over and humanity will be the victors. And to the victors goes the spoils, the brand new planets. Alright, something else. Topic number 3, Earth. World death. The human home world, Earth, possesses its own consciousness. When the planet decided to end its life, numerous natural disasters started occurring all around the world. This phenomenon became known as world death. Pushed to its limits by humanity's abuse of the environment, the planet chose to destroy itself and end its suffering. It became a hostile, inhospitable place, and the humans' population rapidly decreased. The survivors fled to massive underground shelters like the TRC. From then on, they lived beneath the Earth's surface for several generations while preparing the Exodus Project. And speaking of the Exodus Project, while living underground in the TRC, humanity began searching for somewhere else to call home. They were going to abandon the dying Earth and relocate to a whole new planet. A whole new world. This enterprise was known as the Exodus Project. It was the first step to find a planet capable of supporting human life. By some miracle, our scientists located one with an environment much like Earth's in a far-off galaxy. Next, they developed an ultra-large spaceship capable of exceeding the speed of light to accommodate all surviving humans. That would be the artificial satellite. It is the pinnacle of human ingenuity. It took generations to complete. But by the time the artificial satellite was complete, Earth was on the verge of exploding at any moment. Humanity needed to make an escape as soon as possible. They boarded the artificial satellite and set off into space. That was the start of a long, long journey. The survivors created a new complex on board the satellite and made a life for themselves there. And so they traveled through space for hundreds of years until they finally reached this planet. You know, I was thinking it's like traveling that far would take like not hundreds of years. It would take like millions if I understood correctly. But they did say faster than the speed of light, so that does kind of change things. All right, and the last major topic is about this planet, which is broken up into 3 about Futurama. Miraculously, humanity's scientists discovered a planet with an environment much like Earth's in a distant galaxy. They named the planet KXK787. In many ways, it was like Earth's long-lost sister. It was located in a habitable zone that allowed for organic life, and the majority of the planet's surface was covered in water. All perfect conditions for supporting life. It was an ideal candidate to become the second Earth. That is where we are now, the planet Futurama. It turned out that there was another intelligent life form not too dissimilar from humans living here. That was another way this planet was just like Earth. At first, humanity attempted to communicate with them, but in the end, the language barrier led to conflict. Ever since, we've been waging war to decide the ultimate fate of Futurama. It's kind of funny because like we cited the ability to not communicate, or sorry, the inability to communicate as a reason why we were not able to settle with the future, to discuss and negotiate with the Futurans. But they created a program in AI that could decipher what the Futurans' language is, right? Syria and Nigo both understand the Futurans, which means at one point they created a program that can decipher it, so they could have learned the language, right? That just occurred to me. Like they developed a way to communicate. Why didn't they use it? Or was it too late? It's like, yeah, we're already like super enemies. We're not gonna bother. This planet was behind Earth in terms of science and technology, but had a powerful force more than made up for that. That force was cryptoglobin. It makes Futurama's warriors invulnerable to conventional weapons. Humanity just couldn't break through their defenses. The war went on for generations without any progress being made. But then, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity came along. Around a couple of decades ago, a being with limitless power was born on this planet. He was like nothing that I've ever seen before. The Futurans even called him the Second Coming. He's coming! The child was captured by a human recon team that had infiltrated enemy territory. These days, you know that child, the Shion. Humanity successfully stole the enemy's most powerful weapon, something capable of finally ending the centuries-long stalemate. We used Shion's DNA to create the members of the Special Defense Unit. While we were at it, we constructed the Last Defense Academy and then began our current mission. If it succeeds, all life on this planet will be wiped out when we get to day 100. Alright, invaders, last one. The fighters we call commanders are future-born cryptoglobin users. They're the heroes of this planet. They're giving their all to destroy this academy to save their people. This is the only way they have to defeat us. The technology isn't advanced enough for them to attack the artificial satellite directly. Cryptoglobin is a gift from the planet, so it gets weaker the further you get from it. The commanders are the only true Futurans that you've met during your time here. Wait, what about all the little things that they made? I thought those were real. Oh wait, those were real people, but they were turned into like machines via whatever technology Veshness has. They sure look a lot like humans, don't they? The two planets are so similar, it's no surprise that life evolved in a similar way. The cities even look like the ones humans used to have back on Earth. Yeah, that is true. Futurans have a god they believe in, and a religion with their own code of ethics. Much like humanity. And the one who rules over the other commanders is the Supreme Commander herself, Veshness. Her skills and achievements have earned her that position, but her cryptoglobin is also far stronger than the rest. The weaker enemies you face, those ugly cute mascot things, appear to be something created by Veshness. They're actually people? Like, we know that because of like the other route, but like, does Siri really not know that? It's actually very possible that we don't have that information because we can't understand them. From our point of view, they're literally just things that accompany the commanders. She's also broken the taboo of her people and started absorbing other fighters' cryptoglobin, making her more dangerous than ever. Oh jeez, that was a lot. Holy exposition balls. Alright, let us continue our adventure to talk to everyone. Hi, Ima. I can't fight for humanity anymore, but not fighting is as good as serving our heads to Veshness on a silver platter, so... That means you just have to fight for Kako. Right, we all have to fight some. You can fight for me, I don't care about you at all. Oni-san. I don't know what the right thing to do is, except it's absolutely not right to let all of you fight on your own. What is the right thing to do? You know, I keep thinking like, is this worth sacrificing Ava for? And as a visual novel where you can go back and do it, it's absolutely worth it just to understand the truth. I want to say it's really hard to decide because in the ending where Ava dies, it's a very bittersweet ending, but it's one where we lose her love. We also are able to see her goal, where she wants peace between the Futurans and humanity because she's able to learn to love Takumi. So we were able to actually achieve that, so it technically is a good ending. I don't plan on sabotaging you guys anymore. I just want to see how it all plays out. I want to see the conclusion to your ugly, loathsome lives. I'm kind of confused about how to feel about Eito, to be honest. Because Eito... Oh wait, did I talk to Shoma already? I did. Eito hates humanity, but now that we're not human, is it still the same? It's really weird. Wipe out all life on this planet? That's going too far. I'll give it some thought to what we need to do from now on. I do kind of wonder, like Tsubasa gave us 2 days to get all the materials. What if I just didn't? Because like right after that, oh no. No, okay, got it. So I'm going to look at the timeline. I was wondering, it's like she only gave us 2 days before we had the giant lore bomb. We actually did have several days where we were just lying in our bed, depressed. It's very possible that those days could have been pushed back to give room for us to go out and fix Sire. Because Sire had to be fixed by the time we talked to Shoma. Yeah. Oh. I know this war is wrong, but I do not wish to abandon the humans on the artificial satellites. Because I wish for violence and I want to kill more people. And no, I actually have been getting a lot of mileage from the metal fence, so I'm just gonna... I might max that out, actually. I haven't really used the other things. So, yeah, let's see how far I can go. These are the 2 materials I have the most of, so I don't really feel bad about using these. Yeah. I am almost level 10 metal fence. And wow, that fence is gonna have 8 HP. Huh. On that note, it's time to max out Decelerate so we can get +2 attack and 4 armor. That sounds really good. And on that note, you know what? I'm just gonna max out Tsubasa, or at least try to. Accelerate. I don't know how much I'll actually use this skill because I have no reason to use it so far. But 2 more levels and we can get her all the way to max, just like Takumi and Hiroko. And after that, I don't even know who to work on after that, to be honest. But yeah, so far we've been doing pretty good with just Tsubasa, Hiroko, and Takumi spearheading everything. Okay, for Hiroko, I still have an animal ornament left. Right, it was this. Ugh. I don't have the materials. God damn it. Screw it. Have some bath salts. Okay, another free time. Doubled up. Whether we carry on or decide to quit, it's still gonna be a living hell. I understand having to fight to protect myself, but is it necessary to wipe out the inhabitants of this planet? Toolkit for Tsubasa. Okay, ding dong. It's time to go to sleep. Yeah, we didn't really do anything that day. Another day's come to an end. I want to talk to Shion some more, but it's gonna be a while until he's ready. Well, no use staying up now. Okay, next day, day 75. Anything special?
Get ready! Prepare. Be ready.
Nope. Is it just gonna be another day of free time? I think it is. I better go check the cafeteria. I wonder if anyone's there today. Someone's always here. Sirei still. Oh, okay. He'll be here for like several days if you want to inquire about the entire Boogaloo. There are a few more people in the cafeteria today than before. Good morning, Takumi. Did you sleep well? Oh, what the fuck are you doing here? Morning. Oh, what are you doing here, Eito? What am I doing here? Is it that the things I get for making the effort to endure your odious company? Nobody asked you to be here? You're a real strange one, Eito. Hard to believe that we're both made from the same genes. Yeah, I'm still having trouble believing that myself. Does that mean if I like someone from this group of people that we're going to be it's going to be incest? I know, right? We're all so different. No one think that we came from the same stable, let alone same family. Apparently, they fed us all kinds of different scenarios so that the unit would have more variety. They really took it to the extreme, though. Couldn't they have made us some of us a little bit more normal? You're the one to talk. Even though those backstories were constructed for us, it doesn't mean that we're not our own people. It's like how kids don't always turn out the way their parents expect them to. You can't control every aspect of a person's life. And we are alive. Yeah, you're right. Apart from our memories, we're just like regular humans. If you can even call us humans. We're clones of Shion, and he's a Futurid. I don't see that. I don't see that there are any real differences between the two species. Wait, if you can't see the difference between the two species, why do you hate humanity but not the Futurids? Why don't you kill them instead? I mean, it turns out none of you are humans after all, but you still look just as hideous to me. What's your point? Humans disgust me, and knowing that you're genetically Futurid hasn't changed my perception of you. So you're basically all humans. You look, sound, and smell as repulsive as anyone from Earth would. Huh. Aotsuki's peculiar perception isn't a quirk of his so much as a glitch in his programming. It's interesting because that actually gives us a little bit more credence to think that we're human. Because he just hates everyone that's human. I think something must have gone wrong when he was having his memories fed into his brain. As a result, instead of growing up with a strong attachment to humanity, he developed a deep hatred for them instead. Or perhaps that glitch is a bug planted by insurgents in this operation. So, I'm defective goods, then. But that defect helped me show humanity's true face. Maybe I'm the only real success among all of you. Oh sure, that makes sense. Not. All of that doesn't change the fact that we all share the same blood. We're all brothers and sisters. We're family. Brothers and sisters. Family. I'll have you know, in my memories that were fabricated, I killed my family. That connection is the one thing that's real, not part of some fictional backstory. We ought to take care of each other. You and me, family. What an absurd, absolutely nauseating idea.
Hey!
For once, I agree with you. our connection to Shion and each other. That's real. Everything we thought we knew is a lie, except for that. We're not just allies. We're family. That doesn't mean I'm totally ready to accept it yet, though. Over breakfast, I managed to make a little conversation with everyone. Everyone except Eito, that is. After a while, we left the cafeteria and went back to our rooms. Okay. I only first met these guys when we were all arrived here, but we're actually family. It's weird, but that fact doesn't really change anything. We can still fight alongside each other like we always have. Actually, we don't know if we'll keep fighting yet. We're going to discuss it again the day after tomorrow. I wonder if the others have come up with anything yet. Maybe I should go talk to them. Free time! Alright, time to develop our relationship with other people like Tsubasa, and it'll be incestual. Here you go, Tsubasa. It's just a 5th fucking toolkit you gave me this week. Can you give me something else, dude? Is this for me? Oh my god, I'll put this with the rest of my 50 toolkits.
Is this?
Oh my god, another one? Oh, bond up. Wait, 5? I was at 3.
I still can't believe it. All of my memories were fake.
Oh shit. Oh, they actually talk about this?
My family, Grandpa's workshop, all of my friends.
Wait, what happens if I try to max her out in another ending where we didn't know this?
I won't believe that none of them are real. Maybe they're all actually still there, in the Tokyo residential complex. I hope so, anyway. I really hope so. Oh, I'm sorry. You're being concerned about me and all I'm doing is moping. I'm still struggling to sort out my feelings, but sitting around and being gloomy won't solve anything. Thanks for coming to talk to me, Takumi. I feel a little better now.
Aw. Your bond with Tsubasa's Kuwana is stronger now. Wait, it showed 5 stars, right? Did I skip rank 4? Or was that rank 4?
Soldiers, it's time to hit the hay.
Well then. Goodbye. I'm a little bit confused, a little bit peeved at the moment. Wait, can I check report card? Tsubasa. Yeah, she got maxed. It's 5 out of 5. I swear she was at 3. Huh, maybe 4 is a fake one. Another day's gone. They've been going by so quickly lately. We need to come to a decision, but I still have no idea what we should do. What's the right choice here? Is there a right choice here? Asking myself the same question over and over again, I drifted off to sleep, hoping it might give me some relief. Day 76. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's going on for a while. Up and out, Alright, I'll go to cafeteria first. I'd like to ask if anyone's come up with any new ideas. It's about 3 days, right? They said 3 days to decide? I think so. Oh, we're getting less and less people, but a different variety of people. There were only 3 other people in the cafeteria this morning, and they were all eating in silence. Good morning. Morning. Takamura acknowledged me with a brief reply, then glared at me for a while before speaking up again. So, you decide on anything yet? No. To be honest, I'm still completely lost. I guess even your experience of the future can't tell us what the right thing to do is this time. I don't think there is a right choice here. Whatever we decide to do, we'll still have regrets. Heavy ones, too. That's just the kind of unreasonable position we've been placed in. Right. This war will end in tragedy either way. I know it sucks, but that's all the more reason we have to make a choice. At times like this, we have to take the future into our own hands. I've been thinking about it the last couple of days, but I'm really not good at all with this complicated moral stuff. So I try to think about what everyone else who died would have done if they were here. You mean Tarumi, Kyoshika, and Kurara? We should consider Ava's feeling too. She was one of us too, even if only for a while, and she tasted really good. That probably sounds disrespectful, coming from the one who kills her. I'll gladly slip my throat into a tone if I thought it would make any difference. Don't be so hard on yourself. You did what you had to. Besides, I'm the one who signed off on it. I just wanted to release her from her suffering. Or maybe that's more accurate to say that I couldn't stand to see her like that anymore. Her death is my responsibility. I'll bear it in my own weak, pathetic way. Anyway, Darumi probably wouldn't care either way. Killing game. You know how much she loves her killing games. Kyoshika, though. She and her sword were devoted to justice. I don't think she'd want to keep fighting a war where we were the aggressors. What about Kurata? I can totally imagine her flying off the handle when she found out that the great and powerful Osazuki clan didn't exist. That's a good point. She also hates lies more than anything, so she might go against... I think she would go against humanity. But then she'd just be all like, I just have to build it myself, starting now, and I have to save humanity, so I'll have plenty of filthy peasants to rule over, or whatever. You know what? That's not too off, actually. That sounds about right. I could see her doing that.
Oh.
1 for, 1 against, 1 neutral. Even if they were all here now, they'd just be as conflicted as the rest of us. Just as we were sinking into another uncomfortable silence, somebody else arrived. Nozomi? Ooh. Shion appeared out in air like he always did, but he looked a lot weaker than usual. Everyone, can I talk to you for a minute? Shion? Are you alright? He doesn't look alright to me. I don't have much time. I have to make this quick. I'm sure you all know this, but I'm not gonna live for much longer. If I'm gonna die anyways, I want my life to mean something. I was raised to be nothing more than a weapon. It didn't matter how I felt, so as long as I carried out whatever task was given to me. But now, there's something I want to do. Now, I have a clear purpose. What's that?
I want to die for you. I don't want my life to just flicker out. I want to feel like it was the price I paid for my friend's happiness. And it's a price I'll pay gladly. That is what will give my life true meaning.
But how's he gonna do that? Is that maintaining the 100 days? Shion? So, don't worry about me. Make whatever choice is best for you. Veshness will only absorb my cryptoglobe in herself, or find some other way to weaponize me. And then my power will be turned against humanity instead. Just this once, I want to have a say in the matter. If I'm going to die, I don't want it to be for the people I've never even met before. I was gonna say ever met, but that would actually both work. I want it to be all for you. I want to be all for...
That's all I want.
I want it to be for all of you, sorry. With that, Shion faded away, leaving the 4 of us alone to ponder his words. This decision feels more important than ever now. Our options are far from ideal, but we still have to make a choice. That's the curse we've been given to bear. A curse that I couldn't have put it better myself. We ate a hurried breakfast after that, and then we went back to our rooms to think things over some more. Alright, it's probably some more free time. Alright. I still haven't come to any important conclusions. I have no idea what we should do. Maybe it's like Kiriko said, there really isn't a right choice. Right or wrong, we'll have to make some kind of choice, and soon. It's the only way for us to take our fate into our own hands. Alright, Hiroko, it's your turn. You know what? Actually, fuck it. I wanna talk to Takamaru. It's been a while. Yeah, alright, I'm missing 3 items from him. Is he available to chat with? No, he is not. Time to whip out the guide. I didn't expect this, but a cat photo book. Oh, a photo book of some exciting cat images. Some are wearing school uniforms and biker jackets. Aw, that's adorable. My goodness. Actually, there is another one I kind of want to get close to. I want to get close to Yugamu. He's really interesting. Oh my god, that was fucking awesome, dude. You know, since Sakamaru's able to hang, I might as well. You here to use a Gift-O-Matic? Yes. I came to make some underwear with a Gift-O-Matic, some shiny leopard print briefs. That's actually one of the items he wants. Yeah, leopard print undies. Leopard print? That's quite the statement piece, don't you think? Suits me just fine. You think I go around wearing the same lame-ass tighty-whities? The man's got to assert his dominance from the groin out. He ain't got no spirit otherwise. After spending some time together, you understand Takamaru a little bit better now. Yeah, I'll get that for you the next available time. Okay, good night. Alright, we're 3/4 way there. Only 4 days. Our 4 days are almost up. Tomorrow, we'd have to decide what we were going to do, which direction our lives would take from here on. And yet, Here I was, still hesitant, unable to come up with a definitive answer. Just next day? Yes. We haven't got a dream in a while. I wonder if we will. And just like that, we reached day 77, the day we promised to discuss things with Sire. This was a day that would decide our future going forward. I made my way to the war room.
Oh.
Alright, good. Everyone's here.
Hooray!
Well then, let me just contact the TRC so that humanity can show you their warmer support. Knock it off, man. You don't need to hear all that again. Understood. Sorry. So, have you all made your decisions? Are you ready to tell me? I'm gonna save just in case. I skipped by accident, but I get how you feel, but you need to figure this out. The enemies won't stay quiet forever.
Hey!
Before we get to that, where's Shion?
I'm right here.
Whoosh. Shion flickered into view, still looking weak and worn out. How are you feeling? Thanks to Sire, I'm okay. I should be able to last through this conversation at any rate. That's good to hear. Oh, and one more thing before we get to the main event. If you guys decide to abandon humanity, you should probably destroy me. What? I just finished fixing you.
Hey.
I've told you, haven't I? This mission's success is everything to me. If you refuse to fight, I'll use any means necessary to make you change your minds. So you should take me out before I get the chance to. Thanks for the warning, I guess, but what about the bombs? Just take him out in one hit like I was going to. He'll still die, but you'll come right back afterwards. Then we'd have to just bust up the defense room just to stop the final assault, right? Yeah, that'd save all the people on this planet, but we'd also just be leaving everyone on the satellite to die. And Shion would... don't worry about me. If we do stop the final assault, what then? We'll just have to make a new life for ourselves on this planet. Of course, we'll constantly be on the run from Veshness and the other Futurans. I spent plenty of time on the run back in the complex, although I guess none of that was actually real, was it? Takumi, remember what I told you yesterday? I want you to make that choice that's right for you. Right. I know. For some reason, I found myself thinking about when I first met Shion. I had no idea who or what he was back then. I just saw something I didn't understand and I was afraid of it. But it was thanks to him that I was able to travel back in time and redo these 100 days of war. It was thanks to him that I was here now. Oh my god, I'm coming in hot! That was true in more ways than one. Shion has saved our lives time and time again. That's why it hurt so much that we couldn't return the favor. No matter what choice we made, there was no saving him. How are we gonna decide this anyways? I'm getting tired just standing around thinking about it. Discussing it further won't get us anywhere. Our viewpoints are just too different. Even if we can't come to a unanimous decision, there's still one way we can settle this. Majority rules, and then apparently, I'm calling it. It is majority rules, but it's split perfectly in half, and Takumi will be the deciding factor. Oh, what's that? Never mind. We'll just leave it to our team leader. If we all agree to stand by his decision, then no one will be able to complain. Dude, you just said that you were... I love how early it's like, we can't have him think for us. Now, decision time. Takumi, can you think for us? We can't put all the responsibility onto Takumi again. I don't know. I've thought about it a ton. I'm pretty sure I can't decide anything on my own. I think so too. If it's Takumi, I know I can trust him. Same here. I'm happy to leave the whole abominable business in your hands. What do you think, Takumi? It's fine. I came back to change things, to take the future into my own hands. But if you're okay with it, I'll do the same thing this time as well. Then I'm on board too. I'll follow your lead. You sure about that, Nozomi? Unlike the rest of us, you're an actual Earthling human. I'm also a part of this team. Whatever you choose, I'll stand by you until the very end. We're all agreed then. You got this, Takumi.
There's one last thing I'd like you to bear in mind.
Bear.
Your memories of your time on Earth are all fictitious. There's no denying that. But those memories of the Tokyo residential complex and its people are based in reality. They're good folks who just want to live their lives. Remember those people. They're powerless, and you're the only ones who can help them. The choice is yours. But I want you to save humanity. Because, in spite of everything, they are your people.
I took another look around the room. No one spoke, but everyone looked back at me with different expressions. Fear, pain, sadness, loathing, confusion, rage, despair. But that wasn't all. There was also hope, affection, and a determination. Kill the Futurans or let the humans die. None of us want to be responsible for death on such a widespread scale. All the same, it had to be done. One side had to be sacrificed so the other could live. All I can do is press forward and trust in my decision. Damn. This is kind of a tough one. Continue to fight for humanity? Keep fighting or abandon humanity? Okay, so... Oh, fuck. I actually need to take a moment to think about this. So I'm going to talk about abandoning humanity first and what that means. So abandoning humanity would mean that we kill Sire, and I'm assuming that we're going to try to kill Veshness, and afterwards we try to negotiate with the people of like the Futurans, which I guess could be like a good ending if things turned out alright, but I'm not sure. There's keep fighting, where we just keep doing what we're doing. But that'll lead to killing the Futurans, but we get to live here with the people on the satellite. It'd be much easier if it was like, do I spare or kill like this person that was a teammate, because I was going to spare, but I don't really know which one I want to do for this one. Part of me feels like because all the secrets seem to be out, I do feel like I can finally start to trust Sire. And I guess in a way, choosing to keep fighting would spare Sire, because if we were to abandon humanity, we would be killing Sire. But that would definitely make us like the absolute. We are already the enemies in this war. We are already the aggressors, and honestly, the bad people. Is it time to continue that or stop? Because at the very end, there are a lot of people that need us, and those are people that are similar to Nozomi, and we do care about her. So do we fight for Nozomi's people, basically, or do we fight to potentially settle a do we fight for the Futurans, I guess, in a way? Honestly, I think at the moment I am going to choose to keep fighting. I feel like abandoning humanity is going to mess up something fundamental in the way we operate, because it is kind of extreme. So I'm gonna keep fighting. That was a really hard choice. It's your future. Hey Sire, if we successfully complete this mission for you, you'll promise we'll be able to live happily from then on? Absolutely. As the heroes who save humanity, you'll be denied nothing. Everyone will be so grateful. They'll shower you with riches and let you live however you want. That is the promise he made at the very beginning, too. You'll be the happiest people on second Earth. All right. It sounds like you've decided, and I think you've made the right choice. If this will make you all happy, then I know my life will have meant something. Thank you, Shion. And I'm sorry. So you'll do it. You'll save humanity. You'll keep fighting for them. Everything we know comes from false memories. We don't know a thing about the real humanity.
But there are probably people just like me and Karuo out there. People who are happy living a mundane, average life with each day just like the day before and the day before that.
Oh, this is the first time right after a choice I can access my menu. So, cool, we're remaining on this route. Nice. All right, I'm gonna still make the choices that I choose to make, but like, I do kind of want to stay on this route because I feel like this is the route where we're getting all the answers. So I'm glad that it led to this.
If we're really the only ones who can save those people, then there's nothing more to say. However much we may resent them, I still can't bring myself to turn my back on humanity. Even if I only feel that way because of my false memories. I'm going to stand by it.
That said, I already feel like I've made a big mistake. How could I not? This will mean the death of millions, maybe even billions. Then, why don't you share that regret with the rest of us? Now that you've made our choice, I'll stand by it with you to the very end. We'll all shoulder that regret together. Yeah, I'm here for you too. It's the least I can do after leaving all the big decisions to you. This isn't the kind of burden you should bear alone. It belongs to all of us. And all of humanity too. Oh yeah, she's right about that. All the more reason for us to stay strong and help each other get through it. You guys can count on me. I'll do whatever I can. Sounds like we're all on the same page. Same. Now that my mind's made up, it's do or die. Are you okay with this? With supporting humanity's invasion and massacring all those Futurans? Of course I'm not okay with it, but I want us to survive. When this war is over, I want us to find some kind of happiness.
Hey!
That's the future I want for us. That's the kind of future I came back to create. And it's thanks to all of you. I'm prepared to live with whatever guilt and regret the choice brings. I want us to keep living too, as allies, as friends, and as family. I sure as hell don't feel like a hero anymore, but if it's to save our skins, I can get behind it. Fine, but maybe I'm gonna have so much fun when this is all over. But I'm gonna have so much fun when this is all over. Even if I can't make my family happy anymore, I'll make myself happy enough for all of them. I stand by your decision. From the moment you allowed me to join this team, I knew that this was how I wanted it to end. It's the least I can do. So thank you for giving me a place to belong.
Everyone, thank you.
Oh my god, that's a new sprite. He's crying.
1,000 times thank you. I thank you from the very bottom of humanity's collective heart.
We're not doing this for you or for humanity. We're doing it for us. To give ourselves a better life. We will eradicate everyone on this planet and save humanity.
From here on, we're all in this together. We share the same destiny and the same sin.
Aw, damn, the same sin. Yeah. This was not the right choice. What we were doing was wrong. The moment I made the choice, I instantly regretted it, but this was the path we chose for our future, and there was no turning back from it now. We would continue to live as we had done, and protect this academy all the way up to day 100. Having finally settled matters, the meeting broke up, and we spent the rest of the day doing nothing in particular. Everyone was exhausted from agonizing over this decision for so long. What we really needed was some space to breathe, and a little bit of time to recover. Oh man, I am, my throat is like done. Day 78.
Burn troops, time to rise and shine!
This might be a new one. He's standing resolute.
Get ready for your 78th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. So, I have something to tell you, members of the Special Defense Unit. I contacted the artificial satellite and let humanity know about your decision. They all have the utmost respect for you. Once again, thank you. You are mankind's hope. Our light in the darkness. We will never forget what you've done for us. Your names will go down in history. Glory to Last Defense Academy and the Special Defense Unit.
Damn. What's that got to do with what's happening here? This is crazy. If I'm left alone too long, I end up thinking about everything way too much. My head just fills up with guilt and regret. It makes it hard to work up the energy to get out of bed. I'm so tired and heavy. Maybe I'll take it easy today too. Wow, really? Next day? Ugh. After a little snooze, my eyes flicker open again. I wonder what time it is. I got out of bed and checked the clock. It was already past noon. Wow, I really slept in. I felt well rested, but also ravenous. Even with everything that was going on, my body still needed food. Maybe that was proof. If proof be needed that I was truly alive. Invader? I should head over to the cafeteria. Invader? Oh, no invader. I really thought that we were gonna hit with the wee woo. Alright. Let's talk to Siri outside. He probably has words of encouragement's probably not the right word.
Yeah.
We put you through a heck of a lot, Sumino, but you made the right choice. And humanity will be eternally grateful for you to you for it. Alright. Well, I think that's where I'm gonna stop for today. We spent a lot of time agonizing over that one choice, and honestly, oh, that was no fighting. Honestly, there was a lot of exposition from just talking to Siri, but there was a lot of information and a lot of tension from making the choice to finally basically resolve ourselves to fight again. And we are doing something absolutely terrible, but we are doing this together. And it really sucks that it has to be this way, but no matter what we do, we would hate it. And honestly, it's really rough. I'm glad that we are still on like this route seemingly, but I don't know how many more branches there will be. I think they'll probably have 2 more choices. One of them will probably be at the very end, similar to how like at the end of a lot of these other 2 endings I've had, they just kind of have like one very small branching point near the end. But yeah, I think we're gonna have 2 other major choices before reaching the end of whatever that route that is. But I guess we'll continue playing on with this route next time. And until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!